Forgive me, Father, for I have really sinned. This is going to be hideous, so get ready to avert your eyes. I don't really remember what happened at the end of last episode. Thank you all for bearing with me over the pre-record content for my emergency trip to Emergency Town. Basically, while I was editing some of those videos, and to be honest, it was in a sleep-deprived stupor at that point, I realized that our realm, and a lot of the realms in our neighboring area, they look big and scary, especially the Byzantines who have conquered, like, parts of Egypt. I thought, my god, we're never going to be able to stop this. They look so big and powerful. And then I realized that it's almost all friggin' desert. So I've installed a mod that is obviously Ironman friendly for a start. We do still have achievements enabled. Probably not the nicest to look at, but will give us a bit more of a strategic oversight without having to zoom down on each province nitty gritty because of the new map changes, of course, with CK3. Unlike in CK2, you can't tell it to not color in wastelands like deserts and snow and, you know, the arsehole of Siberia into the color of your realm, even though you've never so much as seen this man before in your life. So what I've done, and it really does highlight how many wastelands there are in CK2 by comparison. Sorry, in CK3 by comparison. Germany, basically fucking uninhabitable. Look at that. Everything around the Alps, no man has ever stepped foot there. The problem is it makes our realm look a bit weird. So this is probably what I'm going to be looking at for a while. Like, bear in mind, when we left off yesterday, I looked at the Byzantine Empire and I thought, my god, we are screwed. Because all of this was covered. I mean, you can still see it there when I hover over it. That's what it looked like before. And it makes it look so much more imposing than it actually is. Then you realize, oh, they've just got like these spindly little provinces that really probably have no actual value at all. The Sahara looked like that. Not the Sahara, but the Kingdom of the Sahara looked gigantic. You know, it looks as if they've taken up a massive chunk of Central Africa here. But all they've really got is some sandy pathways. Who is also the name of my accountant. So really, we've got to... Really, we haven't got that much on our plate. I mean, the realm color made it look a lot worse than it actually was. Anyway, apparently we're an empire, which I really genuinely do not remember. So we got that going for us, which is quite nice. What did we do last time? Hang on. We won the Battle of Kabia and Simiat, and the Battle of El Fasha. Who are we fighting? This man here. Peasant revolt. I will assume. I'll assume it's a peasant revolt. Anyway, wow, look at that, huh? Yeah, it was a mercenary band. Shit. Well, we're looking pretty good now, and it looks a lot less threatening. Bear in mind, this was coloured in the colour of our realm. This was coloured in the colour of our friggin' realm. Made us look a lot more imposing as well. A couple of things to note then. I've taken basically a shitload of comments and kind of embedded them into my mind for reminding myself of things as we go through the campaign here. I'm sure I'll remember them as we kind of, as they become relevant. But the big one is that apparently the AI just cannot cope with a female-dominated religion, like that we're playing with right now. You've got female rulers that will just marry off matrilineally for the fun of it. You've got female rulers that will go for just fucking atrocious marriages because of the way marriage acceptance works and things like that. Essentially, when we reform religion, I actually did talk about this with someone over DMs on Discord, that I hate to break the theme of the series, which is, you know, mighty Daura dynasty led by Daurama, you know, mother of all achievement, very female orientated. Game just can't handle it. I don't really want to jump away from that theme, but also it is supposed to be a challenge run, and also we're going to nerf ourselves just to stick to a theme. I think it's probably not the best idea. So when we actually reform the religion, I'll probably go equal. That way we can still play as female rulers and try and stick to the actual, you know, intended, I think, play style a little bit. But fucking hell if we're not in a lot of trouble if we stick to it, you know, especially because I've been landing basically nothing but family members here, so that we obviously get the hooks and the family opinion if we want to go for the legacy as well. That gives you like bonus to family opinion, shit like that. You know, there's a lot of ways you can use that to your advantage in CK3 that you couldn't in CK2, but if we keep doing it, it's going to screw us because they're all just going to marry off no matrilineally and we'll be up shit's creek without a paddle. So we need to be very careful about how we handle it. Anyway, let's take a look at our truces. Let me just refresh myself with what's going on here. So we are allied to Sakina Gadi Namandie of you, whoever you are. My daughter. Right, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so no one of relevance. We are at truce with the Queen of Darfur, which is fine. And we are at truce with Gur. Which is a person we went to war for, like a province over here, I think. So that's what we needed to finish off the empire title. No, we haven't got to worry about a realm splintering or anything like that, unless we unless we make another Empire tier title, which, let's be honest, we're not going to be able to do for a while anyway, and even if we could, probably wouldn't. Unless we... No, there's really no reason to do that at all. I guess when you unite Africa, it might make a new Empire tier title and make everything de jure, but we'll see how that goes. The real big focus of today, kind of going forward, is reforming the religion basically as soon as possible. The last thing we want to do is reform the religion. And I believe we have everything we need now. We just need the piety, and then we can do it. So what I'm thinking is, maybe not with this character, because she's 58, but her successor, she's 39, oh shit. What we really need to do is start training someone in learning, was what I was going to say, so that we can blitz down the learning tree a bit better. Let me get my head around succession here, see where we're going to end up. So we've got... Yeah, so our daughter there that we're allied to. She's not a terrible character, to be honest with you. Hale is at least something, and we've got Fortune Builder. My granddaughter is genius and an insightful thinker. I think if anybody's going to reform the religion, it'll be her. The question is, how can we get there decently quickly? Because she's 49. She is drunkard, so that'll knock some points off. That basically cancels out Hale. It's tiny penalty versus small penalty, so even that is... even that's not going to be enough. If we can maybe turn her into a flagellant, play fast and loose with her, maybe get her doing a bunch of wars, or actually as a steward, we could really have her... take on a shitload of stress, like we've done with previous characters, taking on a shitload of stress, ringing the realm out for gold like we were doing in Venice. And then, if she happens to die early, hey, great, it means we can focus for longer on her. Unless we can go for, elective succession, but I feel like that's just going to end up screwing us over. Tanistry elected, we need to be Celtic, funnily enough. Scandinavian, of course, I guess, just don't have access to any elective succession. Bit of a pain in the ass, but hey, that's alright. What about I don't really know how the succession works too much in this. We should already flip over firstly to... Well, I know enough to know that, partition and high partition would be way more valuable to us. We do not have limited crown authority. That's alright, we can change that. You have one or more powerful vassals have a negative opinion. To be fair, we should also always be increasing high authority anyway, because it means that if we get into a rebellion, if our vassals hate us, we can just repeal it quickly and gain back a load of opinion with those guys for giving them a bit more autonomy, and then when we get a really light character, we can crank it up again, etc, etc. I might go for that. Direct vassal opinion minus 10, so we'll go for that one, and I really would love to get some sort of elected, but we actually can't, can we? We need absolute crown authority, then we can go for designation. Oh, really? Wow. That'd be quite powerful. Hey, if we live 10 years, we can do that. So maybe it's this character and her successor then. She has obviously built up a lot of opinion anyway. She's a great ruler. She's, made this massive empire. With her, we'll try and keep the peace. With the next character, we'll win them all over again by giving them a shitload of gold. Then, hopefully, we can go air designation and maybe go straight into a genius after that. We will either way, but... Alright, we'll see how it goes. Hey, if this character can live for another 10 years, fucking fantastic. We'll also try and go for that, I guess, in the background here. Overseer, we still need to ideally blitz down before we focus on anything else there. Right, okay, so keeping the vassals happy. Well, how the hell are we going to go about this then? Ally with you for a start. Take a consort. I might just do that so it shuts up. So we'll go ahead and take some random family member as a consort. Ram will lose them when the vassal dies. So something will go to Gur. It's just because she doesn't have any kids yet. Well, she's only 14, so give her a chance. Outside of that, though, are you alright? You don't look very alright. Holy shit. Yikes, that's something. Oh, I wanted to take a look at her in the barbershop, but of course we can't do that now, can we? Yeah, let's see how it goes. Sod it. Let's just blitz ahead here and make sure that our job just basically becomes keep the vassals happy. So we'll have, let's go for court politics then. Oh, God, that's almost not worth it. Shit. Support gives you diplomacy +2. I think we better go for chivalry. Maybe that will help with, I don't know, levy upkeep, military upkeep, man-at-arms upkeep, something like that. That gold we could put to better use there. We might get more diplomacy out of putting me on chivalry, basically. You need to improve religious relations. Do you really, though? Theocratic ruler opinion? I suppose it's something. And then you can collect taxes, which of course you were anyway. Domestic affairs gives direct vassal opinion +0. Increases by 0.33 a month up to +8. Hey, if we leave him doing that for a while, we're basically cancelling out the new crown authority, so I'm more than happy to do that. I want you on this one. Lower the cost of our man-at-arms. That way, again, more gold to dish out to our vassals. And you can, I guess, support schemes. Oh, that only affects hostile schemes, doesn't it? Right. We could find secrets. And in fact, if we go for digging for dirt, is it? Or truth is relative? Right, if we go for truth is relative, we can then basically say, hey, we're not going to out you. Instead, we'll just be your friend. But I want to get Overseer long before we do anything like that, so that's probably looking a bit too far into the future. Let's leave him on disrupt schemes. I think that's a great idea. Hello. I wanted to have a feast, you greedy shit. I think you've eaten enough, pal. Gets a weak hook on you. Sure, okay. I don't want to lose opinion with anybody right now. And 15 opinion to you 10 years. Now, we want to host feast as soon as possible, so if we don't have it on special interest, I'm quickly going to make sure... Oh, go on then. Okay. We've got the gold for it. She might get strong. Shrewd. Hey, that's pretty good. Wow. I had no idea you could get shrewd from that. So shrewd and strong have kind of become the equivalent of what, of course, in CK2 was shrewd and rowdy, robust, brawny. What was it called? Brawny. That was it. Robust was the kind of in-game name for it. Okay, fair enough. There we go. I'll more than take that. Wow, that's really good then. We've also got Yama, coming of age, skilled tactician and logistician. That's really good. Holy shit. I mean, he hasn't come out fantastic, I will admit. I'm so surprised given that he's got skilled tactician too. I suppose it hasn't added on yet, huh? Very well, my niece, so I'm going to worry about stress. Right, so host feast. Notify me when that becomes available always. We obviously get the piety out of that too, so that's not really a big deal. Increase your prestige. I don't think prestige is super relevant, to be honest with you. Let's just keep the realm happy. That's all that matters right now. There we are. Boom, let's get on with it. Welcome, friends. It's a shame you can't do what you could in CK2 and, you know, spend more money on the feast to make it way more impressive. It's more about kind of politics and intrigue now rather than, you know, frying milk or whatever it was in CK2. Household efforts for 5 years. What does that do? Threat Vassal up a new +5. Ooh. Or 150 prestige. Yeah, obviously we want to go for that one, I think. Thank you very much. And then... every guest gains 20 opinion of us. I very much doubt a lot of our vassals turned up to that. Let's check out the vassals tabs and see how we're doing. Oh, God. That's not that good. Offensive war, -88. Wants a seat on the council. I mean, council seats probably aren't a terrible idea. Right. I would put you on here, but I don't think I actually can, right? We can't put landed... No, we can't. Shit. You are not skilled enough to be... anything else, to be honest with you, friend. Powerful Vassal. So who else have we got? So we got her. She's shit and terrible, and I'm never going to land her. Hopefully she dies soon. We've got you, 56. I guess you don't like me because of offensive war, -88. Yeah, thought that might be the case. We get +20 because we're a living legend. That's quite fun. You're not good enough to put on the council either. The only one I consider swapping out my council right now is the Marshal, but even then, I mean, shit. We've got you, also garbage. Potentially swap him out for a councillor. But she's also a lunatic. We've got you. You've got 19. Oh, okay, so to be fair, swapping you out wouldn't be a terrible idea. And what's she? She's the chief. And you are a duke. So let's go ahead and swap those over. That makes plenty of sense. New pay. Oh, man. I mean, again, we could. You're also a family member, so I don't really give too much of a shit about you. Everyone else, we're just going to have to sway, befriend, give gifts to, whatever we really can here. Ah, right. Okay. I think we're okay. We were expecting this last time, from what I remember. Oh, fuck. Right, of course it would be over there. Let's see what we can do here. So if we drop our troops kind of here, cut them off early before they get a lot of damage going in here. Wow, we've got a lot of troops now, huh? I don't remember having that many. Shit, 13,000? Christ, we're probably one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful realm in Africa right now. Obviously not including the Byzantine Empire who've picked up friggin' Egypt there. How are they doing up there as well? We've got to be careful of that. Oh, God. And Italy's also picked up part of Tunisia. This is getting a bit dangerous. France here have picked up this place. Yeah, that one. God damn. Are we getting colonized? Is it already time for colonialism? I'm not a big fan of this. Okay. Be gone. 41%. What else have they got here? Am I going insane? Oh, have they actually taken... Oh, they've taken control. Wow. Actually managed to grab a couple of counties there with 400 dudes. 8%. Oh, they're still up there, you fool. Good lord. We'll try and tidy up this. Bear in mind, we've got a province there as well. So this is all one county, right? Oh, it's two. We've got Air and we've got Bilma. Okay, fair enough. So if we can take that one, and then, of course, linking up our lands in Darfur wouldn't be a bad idea either. That does put us within striking range of the Byzantine Empire, which I'm getting a little bit afraid of. I'm hoping they'll just fall apart in classic Byzantine Empire style. Although, what? We're a similar strength to Byzantium. That's pretty fucking good. Hey, I thought I'd screwed up a lot of the kind of, especially some of the early episodes where we were, you know, where we like lost the war to Ghana, for example, and got clapped there. Man, I thought we'd done some bad work, but if we're already catching up with Byzantium, I mean, or already similar to them, that's fantastic, huh? There we go. Right, now I'm fascinated by currency. We're still cultural head, correct? Right, okay, good stuff. What do you want to go for? Development growth 10%. Development growth is great, but you really have to focus down on it. It would be more beneficial to get something like banners. City planning wouldn't be terrible. Confederate partition, absolutely not. Oh, man, we've got all the kind of good stuff from this already. Mott's is, I mean, old tribal era fortification building, sure. I think I would prefer banners. 15% levy reinforcement rate. It's not fantastic, because of course the levies aren't necessarily so good here. City planning. Prayer halls, though, for the piety, too, wouldn't be so terrible. Let's stick with what we've got right now. Let's stick with what we've got. Go for banners first. That way, I mean, military is always going to be key, especially if our vassals do decide to go into a massive rebellion. Bear in mind, we don't actually have a huge amount of realm. 6 provinces. And even those, they're kind of disparate throughout our entire... Like, we've got a couple down there. Obviously, we've got 3 spread out over here. We were going to use Kano, right, as our capital eventually. Let's just stick with Kebi. We haven't lost Kebi. Let's stick with Kebi. Let's keep building this up for a while. I don't think we're going to die anytime soon, so I'd rather focus on some economic developments rather than just giving out gifts. What are you doing with control? You know, I've been bigging it up, but really we're not doing too bad. Obviously, blue is good. Pink is pretty bad, so let's make sure that we've got those kind of held down here. So we've just taken the trait that gives us 20% bonus speed to that, so it's not too bad. Ah, a feast? Absolutely. My friend Sarkin Gadi Lahil Toul? Sure. I cannot wait to talk to everyone. Thank you, my friend. Much appreciated. Everybody loves a good feast. Take a consort. We take this scaly old man. When you put it like that, I think we'll just go for you instead. There we are. Guards, I mean, we'll lose another level of piety, won't we? We're actually doing quite good. Paragon of virtue, no. Crime cannot be unpunished. Sorry. Start swaying, then. I'm getting too distracted here with all the kind of minutiae. Can we sort by opinion? Of course not. Why would you want to do that? Right, let's go, ruler, yes. And then let's go, this is within our round 2, and then sort by opinion of me. And who is at the lowest of the low? So realistically, these 2 are the most important to win over because they are the ducal level characters. So let's go ahead and get them both pinned. You guys can go now on account of you being thoroughly dead. Let's start swaying you. 95%, that's good. Let's also send her a gift. How much do you want? 43 gold. Man, that's cheap. That's cheap to ensure a relatively, well, a smoother succession anyway. Let's try and win these guys over as much as possible. Could do anything else here. What do you want anything from me? Foreign culture group, high tribal authority. Again, we can cancel that out if we really need it. Offensive war is dropping. So the longer we live, of course, the longer that will, the more that will drop. So we were minus 88, now it's only minus 70. New lifestyle perk here. Faction military power threshold for vassals plus 20. I mean, realistically, I feel like the second we begin with our next character, she's got a martial education, right? Oh, no, she was stewardship. I was going to say go immediately towards hard rule to prevent any rebellions, because that, I think is the only way we can really fail at this point. I don't think in terms of military, even if Byzantium come for us, we've got the home ground advantage, and we've got, you know, they're bringing troops in all the way from up in, you know, up in Croatia, all the way across through to Georgia. Yeah, probably. I think that's probably about right. You know, all the way through down to like the bottom of the Nile there. So they're going to be quite spread out. I think we'll be fine. I genuinely think it's only internal problems that could probably pull us apart at this stage. Hey, we gained trait Ego Reveler too. Oh, that's really good. Look at that, we're up to plus 29 with this person now. Wow, that was a fast turnaround, huh? Maybe we should start swaying her instead. Try and keep the positive opinion up. Yeah, I think I want to move on to you instead. We should have probably let that final one tick over there, but that's alright. 85 gold randomly from our steward being good. She gains 30 opinion of it. We're up to plus 60 now with the vassal who hated us the most. This is fantastic. And we'll go for the final tribal building here. Construct new holdings, of course we can't. We should probably try and reform or flip over to feudal at some stage. Not that it really matters too much. To be honest, I quite like having the prestige armies rather than the gold armies. But right now, our prestige is through the roof, and we've still got plus 20 a month. It is absolutely ludicrous. That's insane. If only we could do the same thing with piety. And to be fair, if we really focused on it, there's a good chance that we could possibly crack out Reformation with this character too. Yeah, we'll get an opinion with just basically whoever we can. Thank you, my son, for the lovely feast. Cannot go unpunished, I'm afraid. Thank you very much. All right, you can go. So titles can be created. That's another cheap way, I guess, to make people to like us. Just churning out a bunch of titles, dishing them all out. It would also give us an absurd amount of prestige as well. Great question. Shiv Dar 4. I mean, it would also give them a bit more... It would also give them a bit more agency in the fact that they could go ahead and declare their own wars at that stage, independent of us. We've got the Kingdom of Sao. Sao? Could be Sao. Sure. Where is that one? See, dishing that out, or to, again, one vassal means we've only got to focus on keeping one vassal happy rather than half a dozen. I could be persuaded. Not yet create. We've got to create those first. I want to, if we are going to do that, we need to create... Fuck it. Should we just invest in it? Let's do it. Let's invest in the realm. Now, what we'll do is we'll obviously dish them out from the bottom to the top there. The last thing we want to do is... give it to a king and let them decide their own borders, because they will screw it up, because it's CK... It's a Crusader Kings game, and they're pretty good at that. Right, the High Chieftain of Karga. So we'll give that to... See, you're already a... I don't like the idea of giving it to you. They've all got low opinion now because we've got so many duchy titles. As long as we don't unpause, that won't cause any problems here. So I'm going to give it to you then. High Chieftain of Karga. So that one's yours. There you go. I don't want to give it to him and make him a double duke and also give him this land too. Otherwise, we're potentially looking at some problems there. Katsina. I think we wanted to keep Katsina, right? We've got Kebi. Kebi, I think we want to keep as well. Okay, that should be things quite nicely tidied up now. A lot less vassals to worry about. We should only have to really concern ourselves with a couple of big... So giving out kind of minor kingdoms is probably the right word for it. So we've got like... Somebody said I was pronouncing it wrong. Like Igbo land? Iboa land, something like that. Yoruba land we've given out there as well. Kanem, it's literally a kingdom that consists of about 4 provinces, so I thought that was a safe one to give away. We've still got Hausa land, and we've still got obviously the kingdom of Kanem Bornu there, our empire tier title. So that should tidy things up quite nicely, make us worry about less vassals. Of course, we could have used that as kind of an emergency get-out-of-jail-free card as well, you know, creating duchy titles and giving them out to people obviously gives them high opinion. But now it means we've only got to worry about kind of 6 vassals rather than... How are you a powerful vassal? Hey? How are you more powerful than this king? I think the game needs to maybe recalculate that a second. And there goes all of our factions too. Wow, look at that. We've genuinely fixed the realm there. Holy shit. 14 prisoners too. Could just let them all go. Fuck it. Go on. Go on, be free. We'll take all the opinion singers. That's our kind of goal for now. We can have another feast too. Damn. Okay, do it. Welcome, friends. We are Eager Reveler now, don't forget, too. So we get even more opinion for those, like, seated next to me. We didn't get the event, but every gains 20 opinion. Oh, maybe that's only for foreign events when you go to other feasts. I think so, anyway. Who was actually at our feast that time? A duke? A king? That's pretty good. 4, 5 dukes, 6 dukes, 6 dukes and a king. That's pretty good. 10 opinion for free there. We're up to 59 and 84, and those are our 2 lowest vassals as well. So we have... You can't do that. The foolish. She's pulled 8,100 prestige out of her hat, and you're telling me she gets called the foolish? You son of a bitch. Go ahead and unpin those 2 and start working on some other ones then. Like Nupe, they really aren't big fans of us there, so we'll start swaying you instead. You want a gift? Everybody loves gold. There we are. I'll also get her pinned as well, so we've got much more of an easier overview there. 28. Yeah, we got 26 there, but isn't really worth swaying. 59. 84. I mean, our lowest vassal of importance that dislikes us is, what, plus 51 opinion? 16 though. How have I pissed you off so much? I just gave you a kingdom site. What the fuck's wrong with you? You want the High Chief to... Oh, right. We could transfer him some vassal. Normally it pops up and says, hey, you can give... Oh, there we are. Right. Thank you. That should solve those problems. That's something they desperately needed in CK2. So many people were confused by the... Like, especially if you want that practiced at CK2. One of the big killers is, of course, not having vassals under the right lieges. But that should have solved that problem pretty succinctly as well. And again, it's less vassals to worry about. Look at this. Sweet Jesus. Wow. Okay, problem solved then. We should be in for a fairly smooth succession now, I think. So that guarantees the Empire's around for at least another generation, which is always good. I guess on the plus side now, we can marry exclusively for traits. We haven't got to worry about alliance power, given that we're the dominant power, unless they really all band up against us, unless Ghana and friends all ally there. Our daughter and champion. Cottage cheese. There's this guy, Herculean. Yep, that's a good marriage. That's all right with me. There we go. Got to make sure they are matrilineal too, which I think, yeah, I was going to say it should be by default, but just in case the game would shit itself again. You got hail, so if we could find something along that tree. And you got robust, that's not terrible. I think just beautiful is such a safe bet, just because it gives the extra fertility bonus and it's a big inheritable trait too, and the diplomacy on top. I'm just gonna stick to those guys for a while. We've got Yama. Let's go ahead and turn off matrilineal marriage for you then. She'll do. There you go. And perfect. And then we've got our granddaughter. So this is going to be our eventual heir. Now, what I was thinking is we'll save one of the kind of intelligent characters for her, probably. Alternatively, we can try and recruit a genius, I guess. See who we can dig up here. Let's go all and inside Diplo range, preferably not a ruler. Let's go genius. See if we can invite anyone to court quickly. Ow. Slim pickings there, huh? We'll go for we'll just go for intelligent. They do still work in tandem with one another. So a character with intelligent and genius still can confer that genius with a higher inheritance chance. So let's go for that then. You and Salman. How old is she? 28, and he's 9. Oh, that's too risky. He's 9, so what? That'd be another 7 years. Shit. Yeah, that's way too long. Bollocks. Oh, that sucks. Okay, hang on. Let's just go. I mean, I don't think there are any geniuses, but just in case we'll try it. No, I didn't think so. Intelligent. He's got the one kid. We could go for the gamble, and we could go for, like, that plus beautiful, but even then he's only 9. Still another 7 years. Balls. What are we going to do with you? We could try, no inheritable traits, but instead try alliance power. Those are a bit pointless, aren't they? Shit. Damn, I haven't got anyone for you. I'm gonna go for the gamble. I'm actually going to go for the gamble. I think it's worth it. I mean, there are no other candidates, unless we just marry off to anyone. Although it probably would be, in hindsight, better just to go for someone who is just anybody who had any sort of fertility bonus and just go for law of averages and hope that we get a genius kid out of that. In hindsight, probably wouldn't be a terrible idea. I do want to go for overseer, but I'm not entirely sure it's worth it. I think we'll go... Ah, fuck it. Go on. We might as well get... This character's our control character, so we might as well go for that as much as possible. How's our daughter doing? Avaricious, really. Wow, that's quite good. Eager Reveler. Life reaffirmed. Reinvigorating friendship. Hale and drunkard. Okay, fair enough. At the rate we're going, we might not even get to play as her. Well, we've done a pretty good job with that. The vassal that hates us the most is plus 62, and it's this guy. Well, I guess we can sway you over then. Why not? Succession is guaranteed. We're in a really good place now. To be fair, that will carry over for a couple of generations too. And we'll stop being rivals with that guy as well. Fine. Hey, this is fantastic. So we got full control over the Empire, which is basically something I always try and do if I ever take a break from playing for whatever reason. I like to come back and just make sure that we've got everything fully under control. We could have very much pushed the opportunities down, I guess, taken out some more rounds too. Didn't want to expand too quickly there, especially not with the shadow of Byzantium over us. But look to the west. My God. Everything is splintered. The biggest realm now is Yenna or Jenna. Shouldn't take long to take those guys. And I mean, even then, they've got 3,485 guys, not including allies, of course, but even then, they're inferior. We should be able to sweep west and just grab everything. Build ourselves up a nice barrier against the Byzantines. Out of pure curiosity, I was just seeing what we've got here for Casus Bello. We could go for a duchy conquest. That's pretty good. Okay, hang on. Before we do that, then, I want to basically expand our borders around our capital a little bit more so that they can't just go for these hit-and-run kind of moving, grab it all, and get out before we've even got a chance to react. Let's go conquer Duchy. Let's go back for what we were looking at before there. Duchy of Borgu. Yeah, let's go for that one. We might as well do something with regards to warfare, huh? We might as well get some damage going here. I'm going to go for their capital first. I feel like it's probably not a bad idea. We won't be able to end this instantly, of course. They're never going to be able to take our capital before we take theirs, so nothing to worry about. Oh my god, what the hell is going on over there? What the hell have I just got myself in the middle of? Go that way. Let's set a route going something like that, and then we'll head up to the war goal. There we are. Do you want to kill some of these guys? Probably want to kill some of these guys. Lots of them just kind of flicking around here. Again, I don't really know who any of these people are. Doesn't matter too much. Just go for these. 3 months left. Do we even have a massive amount of siege weapons? I'm going to go ahead and crank that up. What do you think? We've got 10,000 prestige. We might as well spend it on something. More prestige, the more troops we can bring out. So our... There we go. Our husband died, but we can't get remarried. Like, there's actually no valid candidates. And I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it's because we are in the middle of a war right now. We'll test it after that. Man, they haven't even bothered trying to take out their capital either. This was just... this was a shit show for them. My god, wow. Oh, there we go. That'll do it. just really hammer the point home. Look at that. Right, Gur is next on my hit list, and I believe Gur we should not be at truce with anymore. We've got to be careful. I mean, now that we've unified the entire round, we could just take it vassal per vassal if we want to be super, super careful about things. Can we make... Let's get you out of here then. Hang on. There we are. Can we make a duchy for that? What duchy was it? Duchy Borgu. We can make that one. Excellent. Let's go ahead and dish that out. Ooh, wow. Special building, duchy building too. Shit, and we've got the entire duchy and most of it's upgraded. Damn, I could be persuaded to make that a capital. Is it better than Kebi? It is. I could really be persuaded to move there. Shit, I mean, it would be better, wouldn't it? Because it's got... I mean, it's also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holding slots versus 3. We've got extra building slots. We've got, again, the whole bloody duchy, which is decently upgraded too. I mean, this one is as upgraded as our capital. What's the development like? 6 versus 6. It's the same. I could be persuaded to keep that for myself, and I think that's absolutely what we're going to do here. Let's get you overseeing the control of the place. What have you got? You're inferior to. Let's see what we can get kind of around here, ideally. Ah, shit. They've got a separate... Wait, is that part of the duchy we just conquered? So there's another title on top of that. Fucking hell. Lower Gurma would really swipe the rug out from under them, wouldn't it? That would take out a lot of land there. Okay, this will be the last war we do, though. Maybe forever with this character. Just bearing in mind, we've got a lot of provinces now that are just not under our control, and I don't want to risk undoing basically everything we've done this episode by losing auto rebellions immediately. Watch out for those troops. We'll take this first, then we'll head over and give them a clap. Just get some ticking war score under our belt. There we are. Excuse me, sir. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. I've said it before, but the... I mean, CK3 has taken a lot of pressure off of the warfare. And a lot of... It's shifted a lot of the focus onto, you know, shit like rally points and the more simple... I would argue more simple commander system. The more simple retinue system. It's fairly straightforward now with regards to the warfare, but instead I think they've put a lot of pressure on the actual realm side of things, which is why I think Overseer I've pretty much been sleeping on all this time. Let's invite some champions. This we don't want to keep, so this I'm more than happy to give away here. My granddaughter? Oh my god, we've got a Genius Midas Touch granddaughter. Whoa, hello. We'll give it to you then. You know what? You can take... Oh, we'll take the lot. There you go. All yours, brother. Right, what are we looking at with our round? Let's dish some of this shit out too, because I don't want any of this stuff. What have we got here? Oh, we already have that one. Shit, I should have given that one out then, huh? Have we got any family members landed? My daughter and player. What? Oh, and player heir. I was like, excuse me? Right, she's our family member, so let's grant you the duchy that was down here, which name I can't remember now. No? Hello? Am I losing my mind? Oh! Oh, shit. Well, that's quite annoying. That's okay. We can do something about that. Let's go grant title. Give it to my daughter and champion. Yeah, Milk's probably not in line to get a huge amount of stuff there, so give her that. The duchy title is the High Chiefdom of Bag... Oh, I've already given it out. Brilliant. Yeah. All that shit I said about it being a confusing system. Fantastic. I'm sure it'll tell me that. Oh, you can... There we are. Right, perfect. Okay, so now we don't have too many duchy titles. Well, we do. No, we do. Hang on a minute. Give this one out, sure. My vassal, champion, and friend, also our family member. Okay, that one's yours then, my friend. So the High Chieftain of there is yours. Okay, good stuff. How are we looking now? 2 duchy titles, a kingdom. Yeah, that's much better. I'm fairly convinced I'm taking this one on as... So we need to give you away. Fairly convinced I'm going to be keeping that one as our capital. I think that's a... Oh my god, we got another genius granddaughter. I think it's the right play. I think it's absolutely the right play. And I think it will basically just lead to us having a much better capital overall. Plus, we're moving west with our... You know, with our war focus being shifted that way, moving the capital that way too. Can have some bonuses to that. That's obviously a little detrimental too in some regard, but it's okay. We should manage. Let's go ahead and leave it there then. Tomorrow we'll probably wait for the succession, then we'll really come out swinging. Still no marriages at all, really. Maybe it's because I've got something still in the filter. Yeah, I thought that would be the case. Right. We can marry this 17-year-old boy. That's fucked up. We'll go for him then. Oh, we'll marry our rival. Love that. Big fan. Yeah. Yeah, I think tomorrow we'll come out swinging. If we could unify the whole West in one go, that would be awesome, because that makes us unstoppable at that stage. Reforming the religion is still top priority here. I don't think we're going to be able to do it with this character or the next character. I want to ensure that we have more than enough piety to get the realm that we really want. I'm kind of hoping we can outlive our daughter. She's feeling fine. We'll see how it goes. We do have a lot of granddaughters, potentially, for succession. Hey, you never know. We can flip over to absolute tribal authority. Oh, shit. And then we just designate who we want to succeed. Oh, this is big. And then if they get angry at it, we just repeal it with the next guy and make them seem like the hero. Okay. Absolute tribal authority. Designate the heir. Skip a generation. Try and play as a younger character. Gives us longer to reform the religion sooner. I think that's the right play to go about that. So that's what we'll probably do tomorrow, unless I forget, at which point we won't be doing that at all. Thank you to our executive coffee producers for making this series possible in the first place. Big thank you goes out to Devorda, Scott L, The Monk, Christian Blue, Dave Ash, I Stab Cows, Moira, Emily, Alex, Mr. MoMA, Sideshow C, Layla, Callum James 3, Ellaby, Dumgit, Wengun, One of Downs, and everyone else, of course, at the executive producer tier on coffee. Thank you to you guys for your month of support. And again, thank you for the patience there in those past few days where I had to just churn out content. Thank you as well to Ribbit, Pantherpearl, Athon, Monster, Noisiest Dungeon, Dancing Lucifer, Conchwabby, Groggy, Ray Karinga, Sanet Lover, Madness, Elnada, Stormcrower, Pyrotica, and Ultra Spider 2000 for their support on coffee as well. Thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for, hopefully, a Reformation.